Hey guys, it's your girl Kay says the Oracle back in the building for another true crime Tuesday. Okay, now I know in the title I did not list which cases I'm doing today, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that Naziah case. I'm gonna do that last though. The first case I'm gonna do is this Namibian rapper named AKA. I don't know if you guys are a fan of Young, Rich, and African on Netflix, but I am. Okay. And so that's where I first came across who AKA was, because there's a cast member on the show named Nadia who started out dating Vic Mensa and then briefly dated like Diamond Platinums on the show and then transitioned to date like an African Drake, basically. But he was murdered in a very brutal way. And it's like I'm just kind of called to kind of figure out why. All of the other stuff has kind of been revealed about his case, which I'll go over to kind of make you more familiar. But I really want to delve into why. On the Naziah case, I did do some research on it. I have some notes, okay, type shit. So at least I know what to ask now as far as like her case, okay? So we'll get into it. So, guys, thank you for pulling up for True Crime Tuesday. Let's see. We got Pretty Face Nan in the building. We got Energy in the building. We got G Hill in the building. And we got Giselle. Thank you guys all for pulling up. Thank you for anybody that's going to also view the True Crime Tuesday. I appreciate it. And if you feel free at any point in watching the show today, go ahead and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play that in. We'll get into all the deets of True Crime Tuesday, guys. Welcome back. Okay, we're staying consistent, right? Clap it up for your girl, period. Staying consistent. Let's go ahead and play that intro. Am I not clicking it? Welcome back to True Crime Tuesday, guys. So today we're doing two cases. The first case, like I told you in the intro, I'm going to be highlighting this rapper by the name of AKA, which is basically like an African Drake. He was very big in South Africa, and he was linked to dating one of my new favorite shows on Netflix called Young, Rich, and African. The cast member is Nadia, right? So this is AKA, right? Literally like an African Drake, right? I haven't listened to his music, but it was his case that really got my attention. This is him and Nadia. And then after his case, we're going to do Naziah's. Let's see. And then, yeah, so let's get into it. This case is very... Now, it's also a video of his murder on the internet, which, again, adds to the brutalness of it. It all started... He was on Florida Road outside of a restaurant called Wish, I believe. His name was Kernan Gerard or Jared, Kernan Jared Forbes. They also knew him as Super Mega or Behova. So the what? Let's talk about the what. So he was shot in the head, killed outside this restaurant in Durban, South Africa on February 10th, 2023. His best friend Tibbs was also killed by another accomplice of the gunman. The gunman fled on foot. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene. Some of the gunshots that AKA sustained was a shot to the head. Very brutal. The Who. who was behind this, because like the details of it is very much out there, but what they don't know is the why, and that's where we're going to go ahead and delve into it with a metaphysical true crime Tuesday. All right, so the who of his case is, it was proven that it was an organized hit. The mastermind followed AKA from the airport to his hotel. There was 2 gunmen, 2 spotters. It says that there also was a firearms dealer attached to the the guns that were used. 2 of these, because it's like 7 suspects, but 2 of them were brothers, Saya Bonga and Malusa Nemandi. I'm probably fucking this up, but whatever. Anywho, the major who in this case is Mafundo is Gasaba or Gaba. Anyways, let's just keep going with it. But he owns a company called Bright Circle. Okay. So this guy paid another suspect at $42,000. This is all proven. Okay. Goambini made a phone call. So this is the last name of another suspect. It's 7 of them. Goambini made a phone call to Gakaba. Gakaba is the businessman. All right. He owns like several things, and we'll get into more about like who he is. But anyways, so Gwabini made a phone call to Gakaba on February 11th, a day after the murder. And all of the times coincide with wire payments. Okay. And this is because like this is currently being held out in like court and stuff like that. So a lot of this stuff, it's not for wonder. All we want to know is the why, but I have to let you know the details before we get there. So more importantly, who is Sidney Mfundo Gakaba? He is the guy that paid the money to the hitman. Why? That's what we want to know. That's what nobody knows. So basically, let me tell you a little bit more about him. He comes from a powerful business family. He started Bright Circle in 2017. He owns several other companies that consist of like, in agriculture and logistics. He is one of many brothers who run a taxi empire in like South Africa, which was started by another brother, Simon, in the 1970s. But coincidentally, Simon was murdered in 1999. So it gets crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot. Gokaba and his brothers are nephews to the former South African president, Jacob Zuma. This goes pretty deep as far as like who Gokaba is, who he's connected to, how he got in power, what reinforces his power, how he's treated and looked upon as far as like his stature or standing in South Africa. Okay. So Gokaba and his brothers are no strangers to controversy or brushes with like police, if you will, right? So let me see. It says in 2015, Gokaba was arrested in a shooting incident that involved multiple deaths over taxi route disputes. In March 2021, another one of his brothers, a more prominent one, was arrested and charged with fraud over South African Social Security cards. He was charged with fraud. They did like seizures of their homes and properties, and so this is the major guy that paid money for the organized hit on AKA. Okay. So a little bit of a backstory though, before we get to the why, because we want to know why did he do that? What is their connection and all of that? Now, if you're kind of familiar with this case, then it's said and it's rumored that 2 years before the murder, something very tragic happened. AKA was murdered to a woman, and her like nickname was like Nelly, and it was like Nelly Tembe. I'm going to show you a picture of them. So this fiance that he had 2 years before his murder. Now, this is where it gets crazy, okay? Because 2 years before his tragic murder, his fiance died from a suicide jumping from a balcony 10 floors up. Very fucking tragic, very crazy, right? So a lot of people that are familiar with this case was like, well, duh, his death is linked to her tragic death, because I believe he wasn't held accountable for that. So let me tell you a little bit more about her and him real quick, and then we'll get to the why, okay? And start to pull cards. So she died April 2021. They just noted that she fell from a 10th floor from the Pepper Club Hotel in Cape Town. She was an aspiring chef. 4 months before her death, AKA posted an IG professing his love for her. So people very much believe that they were in love, right? According to AKA, the two had an argument that night. And the details of all of that, we'll get into it. It goes on to state that he said that Nellie Tembe, Nellie is her like nickname and Tembe is her last name, tried to take her own life before. Her father and family denies. He denies abusing her as well. He states that she threatened to kill herself, and then he went to the bathroom, also while calling hotel security. And when he returned from the bathroom, she was nowhere to be found. He looks over the balcony to find her below, according to an interview he gave. He said that they actually were married 2 weeks prior, and a dowry, or something called a lobola, which is another word for a dowry, had been paid. So that's very serious in their culture. So basically, they were married. So arguments had got so bad that he said he decided to book himself in a separate room. This is all around the time that she supposedly committed suicide by jumping off the balcony. He stated that the fighting got worse and that she took off her ring, threw it at him. He goes back to say that he came back to their shared room because he had taken her phone. Now, who's to say what he found in the damn phone? You know what I'm saying? What if he found we'll get into that in a second, but let's keep going. He states that she threatened her own life to jump off the balcony in that moment before he called security. That's what he states. Or that her words alluded to that. He said that he called the security while leaving the room. Before he left the room, he stopped in the restroom. And before he completely left the room, he turned to find her or call out to her or say something. She didn't reply. He's looking for her in the room, goes over the balcony, discovers her there. He said he looks everywhere for her and just discovered her over the balcony. Okay. When asked where he was when she jumped in the interview, televised, he says that the details are blurry. So that's pretty, I can understand why how he could say that, but it's still like, I don't know. Let's keep going. He states that possibly she could have jumped while he was making the phone call to security or when he headed to the bathroom. I mean, which is possible, but if you was her, that it's just, and you think that your daughter isn't susceptible to that, she never talked like that, it is impossible. Hearing him say that, and you're the last person to see her, 2 people go in a room, 1 come out, it just sounds like, more to the story, which is what her family basically thought. Okay, so they said a month before her suicide or her death, however you want to put it, that AKA broke down a door in their apartment and she was hiding from him. So she was recording this She also had a friend that was there, I believe, according to the story. But she was recording him breaking down a door in their apartment to get to her after a fight. There was images, there's video. There's images of the incident that showed her appearing to be hiding. She sent this recording to her friend. Also, he smashed her face into a wall during the fight. Nelly, the deceased, handed this footage over to her friend. So the only thing that AKA, also deceased, admits to is using drugs, but denies that he abused Nelly, the deceased, his deceased ex-fiance or wife, however you would like to categorize it, and denied that she used drugs. So there's a lot of fishy stuff here. So that's the case all in all. But it's like, why? You know? Nobody knows why. All of this other stuff is like, come on in court that I've went over, so you're familiar. But nobody knows why. Why was he murdered? Is it linked to the fiance / wife's suicide? What happened there? It's a lot of why, what there with those two things. So let's get into it. Let's say the prayer. Angels, ancestors, protect my energy, put a fiery wall of protection around me, my home, my family, and fancy. Allow me to see and hear the messages clearly. Take my bias out of the reading. Angels, ancestors, I appreciate your love, guidance, wisdom, and protection. Also, put a fiery wall of protection around all my Caesarians, both new and old, and send them love and light for their highest good. Amen. All right, guys, let's get into it. So the first question is, what is Gakaba's connection to AKA? What is his connection? And then after we kind of get a hand in this case, then we'll go into that whole Naziah case. And guys, I kind of talked about this the last time I went live, like kind of why I really didn't want to do her case. That kind of hits home for me. So I really didn't want to do it, but a couple of people, a few people have asked. So I'm just going to ask a few questions about that and, kind of wrap that up. But yeah, so let's get into this. Let's see. All of this is so tragic. Like, all these young lives just wasted for what appears to be no reason. So let's see. What is Gakaba's? I don't know if that G is silent. I feel like I'm fucking it up, but what is Sidney Mufundo's connection to AKA? What is his connection? We get 4 swords. Tell me more. 6 of swords. And 10 of cups. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Let's clarify with the True Crown deck. Let's see. Why is this 4 of Swords here? Normally, like the 4 of Swords is like somebody resting, taking solace, just like resting up, recovery, but kind of like getting in touch like with their spiritual side as well, leaning on spirituality for like recovery energetically, stuff like that. Why is this 4 of Swords here? Transgender came out. That was the last thing I expected to see. Okay, tell me more. Wow. Okay, we have the letter W. We have head. We have family member. We have the letter U. We have the letter Z. And you know the answer. What is their connection? I mean, that can allude to that he's connected with a family. Like, I don't know if it's his, like AKA's, one of his family members is connected to Sidney Mufundo. Do I have a picture of him? I don't know if I took a picture of him, but I took a picture of all 7 not all 7, but 7 men in court right here. I believe that's Sydney in the Blazer, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. All right. Let's see. That's what I wanted to see. A real quick yes or no. Is AKA's family? I don't know. There's some type of connection that happened a year prior to the murder to set this all up. It feels like I feel like the connection is a female. Now, guys, also keep in mind, if you've never, if you're not familiar with tarot is normally done with like somebody who can confirm what you're talking about. So like when I'm doing true crime or cases where I can't physically talk to somebody who can confirm, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it kind of is like like a lot of things can come out, because like tarot is supposed to be for like when you're connecting with somebody that knows what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Well, let's see. Why is this 6 of Swords here? Now, 6 of Swords is like somebody like leaving from choppy waters to calm waters. There's a child in the boat and is directing them in his oar away from choppy waters to calm waters is the illustration. Why is the 6 of Swords here? Clues. Which can allude to like maybe somebody like, I don't know, like I feel like almost like an energy of somebody leading somebody else from like calm waters and their emotions being so high to something that he can provide to give them a sense of peace. So this is kind of painting a picture like the fiance / wife, ex-wife was part of the motive. Then we have overseas, which I don't know if that person is currently now overseas, who is the actual person who put this all in play. We have honey trap. Honey trap is when you have a woman sent to a mark and she seduces him with like sex to gain information, plant a bug, gather information, plant a bug, just stuff like that. Like yeah, basically that's what a honey trap is. So then we have a gray area. So that's basically saying somebody isn't working necessarily where their actions could be done, their actions can't be done necessarily secretly, but their actions can't be done in the daylight either, because it's kind of wrong. So they're operating in some type of gray area because they feel like it's what they need to do. Because again, the question was, how does the guy who paid the hitman on AKA, what is his connection to him? Because that's what they don't know. Then we have CIA has come out. Wow. Here we go. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Now, the CIA comes up in a lot of these high-profile cases. If you're new to this or new to my channel, or yeah, they come up in a lot of cases. Why is this 10 of Cups here? 10 of Cups is like like a happy family energy. Everything's complete. Everybody's happy. We're where we want to be. Children on the way. So what is the connection again to Gakaba, the guy who paid the hitman that put the hit, like he facilitated the hit on AKA? What is their connection? 10 of Cups clarified by children on the way. Very interesting, right? Why would that be here? Let's see. What deck do we need to use for that? Hold on, because a lot of decks I left over here. Let me clarify with this real quick. See if I get something. Yes or no. Let's just do yes or no. So, children on the way. Was Nellie pregnant at the time of her death? Was Nellie pregnant at the time of her death? I don't think she was. Did AKA have any illegitimate children on the way at the time of his death? It's kind of like a almost like a 50-50 energy, which is confusing. Okay, let's keep going. It's a lot of, definitely a lot of energy around his death. Like, it's a lot. And that's why we even had to go back and kind of rewind about who even Mafundu is and what he's connected to. Like, it's a lot of elements. Like, this is enough to be a movie. This isn't like a simple thing. And death rarely is. That's why I feel like it's very interesting to me to kind of try to dissect it as best I can. The letter O just came out on top of 10 of Cups and children on the way and suicide. Interesting. So to me, from what I can gather, is it feels like her parents know Gwakaba. Nellie's parents. Because like I'm asking, what is the connection? Let me just to clarify. Are AKA's parents connected to Gwakaba? We get the situation will improve. It's up to you. It's like one of them do. Ooh, it's like one of them do. I don't know if the mom does, or there feels like there's like a maternal connection to Makaba. Does Nellie Tembe, does her parents, are her parents connected to Makaba? See, I keep getting this abundance card and like a woman energy about like her parents' energy connected to like Makaba. So flat out. Did Tembe's parents, and that's her last name, her nickname was Nellie. Did Tembe's parents, or I should just say Nellie, did Nellie's parents contact Gwakaba for the organ on AKA? We get asked help from others, and it's like parents, like the energy is like parents asking help for others, first card out, which would represent the past energy of when this all took place. So to me, that feels like a yes. Feels like a yes to me. And I mean, that's not that far off, because I think that they believe, from what we even just went over, without any metaphysicality being introduced, that they didn't believe that the daughter decided to end her own life. So let's get into that a little bit, because it seems like it's no more like a rumor. It seems like it's very much connected. So did AKA push Nellie off the balcony? Did he push her off the balcony? We got perfect timing. We don't really have to have a yes, because perfect timing in this sense is a yes. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Let's collect these cards. Go back into the Rider-Waite and see if we can figure out why. Never mind the whole CIA popping out too. Didn't forget about that. So let's see. Why? Now, when I was talking about the phone, he was stating in the interview that he took her phone and he returned back to the room anyways where she was at because he had her phone. So remember I was telling you guys about the footage. She sent it to a friend. Like, why would she keep, you know what I mean? Like, why would she keep it? She was keeping it for a reason. So again, I don't know. There's several other things that didn't come out that I'm pretty sure could have added to the motive that just makes sense of to the stuff that did come out, right? Their relationship wasn't perfect like many others, but damn, what was the motive for murder? So why did he push her? Why did AKA push her? 3 cards came out. Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Fool card. And it's like with them all kind of coming out together, it's like they're all representing like a past energy instead of it being like past, present, future. So let's try to dissect this. Why did he push her? I mean, there kind of is like some type of like maternal pregnancy, something energy here involving like the heightened emotion of the time, like around her death. I feel like he was very angry. I feel like he had I feel like he had like a temper, like a really like a, I mean, not even to just piggyback off breaking down an apartment door, but like something that's like he had like a ferocious temper, like the yelling, like just ferocious temper. But she felt like Nelly, the ex-fiance, the ex-wife, however you want to categorize it. Like she felt like she could calm him, right? Like she felt like she could calm him sometimes. Like she was still scared and she knew how to handle him. She was like aware of like how he was, how he could get, but like she felt like she could calm him, like tame him. Like all the background of these cards are like yellow, which just kind of gives me like she didn't see it coming. Like I don't know, it's like almost like she didn't see it coming. I'm getting chills. Like she didn't see it coming. Literally the Fool card is like somebody about to fall off a cliff. And they're so like optimistic that they don't realize that they're close to a cliff and like could fall. Like literally she didn't see it coming. But again, the Fool was like, why? I feel like he pushed her from the back. I feel like she had defensive wounds too. Like, because like there was a struggle beforehand. Like, and I think he has wounds or some scratches or something too. That was part of the struggle of like her not, you know what I'm saying? Like her trying to fight back from being pushed. I feel like he pushed her from the back. And it's like, I'm still trying to gather why. Let's go to the True Crime deck to kind of see if we can get more solid details. Because I feel like it's just not an easy answer as to why. I feel like it's multiple reasons as to why. So clarify, why is this Queen of Pentacles here? Whoa, a lot of shit just came out. We got passed out. We got followed. Someone I know. Lies. The letter J. The element of air. Big money on the way. Spying. Co-worker. In love. Out of state. The element of on the right track. Loan money. Ancestor. Burner phone. Work / the job. Married. River. And nanobots. Interesting. Why is this strength card here? CIA comes out again. Interesting. So let's go back because that's the second time. And then something about fingerprints. Okay, that's the second time. So let's go to the yes or no. So because where is this coming from? So angel's ancestor was AKA. I don't know too much about this guy. But so was AKA connected to the CIA? Let's try to figure out where's this energy coming from. Was he connected? I get a yes without the exclamation mark. So it's like yes, but boom, 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 boom. Like I don't know if he was necessarily an agent, but that was like work with them. Now, if you know anything about other cases I've covered, it's like there's a CIA connection to a lot of like music industry things. You know, it's not very far off. And it's like you would think like, oh, because it's Africa, so what would the connection be? But guys, that doesn't matter because the CIA is international. It's international. So it's not surprising to me, but it's just like, what is the importance, the relevance of like why they're here? So let me see. Try to figure it out a little bit. That's a lot of cards came out. Oh, the devil. Nice. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands. Two of Cups. Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. I'm getting chills, and the Hierophant. So just from that pool, it's telling me that like he was initiated. AKA was initiated. I'm getting chills. So okay. That's a different element to it, right? Now, you think just because it's Africa that whole thing wouldn't be there. That's not true. It very much is. Let me tell you this. Way back. Like right before like Davido like really started to break into like their pre-introduction to Afrobeats into like American society and music and all of that. There was a video. And I forgot what I was watching, but it was like something like through MTV. But it was like Davido was like in like New York, and it was like that was like part of his like initiation. It was very like I don't even know how I could tell you to find that. Excuse me, but it was like distinctly like it was his trip, not like his first trip, but it may have been like his first trip or something like that to like New York. Again, it's not that he's not new to America, but it's like it was like something. It was like almost like a business meeting in like a tall high rise in New York, and it was just like right before like he got big, and like that's being brought up because it's just telling me like yes, the same elements that we've talked about in other high profile musician cases over here, those same elements are at play with African artists as well in Afro beats. It's not any different. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. And it's almost like telling me like the introduction to like America and Afro beats was like completely like crafted, you know, like it wasn't by accident. It didn't happen organically. It's giving like completely crafted, like completely. Yeah, completely crafted. So anywho, that's like more of why the CIA energy is like attached to his case. Because I was like, why does this keep? That's why. All allegedly, right? Allegedly. Okay, so why is the full card here? Underground. We got my home. Tell me more. Head boss. This is on top of the full card, which was depicting like her kind of being pushed as well. Ask more questions. I'm sorry. Closing in. Caught up. Consciousness transfer. Disposed of body. Case solved. Because again, he didn't have any repercussions for what transpired in that hotel room. Nothing happened to him. And then I have some cards that kind of are stuck together. But what's stuck together, which is very much poetic justice, was love you, targeted, and TV. All three of these cards are stuck together through like some type of watering that kind of happened with them. But that's very interesting in this case that these three come out and these three are very relevant. To me, what this depicts is that I feel like he wanted her to be down with some shit she didn't want to fucking be down with. Period. I feel like the more heavier elements of his superstardom, the stuff he would have had to done to stay on top, like she didn't want to be a part of it. She didn't want to be a part of it. And it just seems like and it's almost like maybe she wasn't even killed at the hotel. It almost seems like she wasn't even killed at the hotel. Huh. I don't know. There's something like that's questionable about that element right now. Like perhaps she wasn't. But definitely like she wasn't just trying to go along with whatever the fuck he had got himself into with the powers that be over there that run the powers that be over here. And yeah, I feel like soon he was going to be introduced into the American market as well. But of course, as you know, that never happened because we aren't familiar with him like we are with like Burna Boy and Davido and Wizkid and some other ones, right? But he was supposed to like be next. It's kind of like I'm getting chills. Very interesting. So ultimately, while we got down this Haba, the South African businessman who owned a taxi empire and also ag business and logistic businesses, why is there proof that he paid the two gunmen and the other suspects that it took to shoot and kill AKA? It's quite the rabbit hole we went down. So, and what came out from that rabbit hole is it seems like, yes, the connection, there's kind of like a connection on both sides of both Nelly Tembe's parents wanting to seek retribution through like the power that he had and what he could get done. Because again, he's the nephew to the former president, Zuma. And I'm sure if we delve into him, we'd be here all night. And what he could get done and his connections. He's a very powerful man in South Africa. But and again, it's not easy to him, for him to have not been known. He's a very powerful man. His family is, you know what I mean? They've been, talking around the town for a while now, people know them. They know the family. So it's like his family did know Gakaba, but still it was leaning towards that her family got in contact with Gakaba to facilitate the hit off, it feels like retribution from what they felt was this unresolved death of their child. That's what it kind of comes out to me. Let me ask a question. So, did AKA sacrifice Nelly? Did he sacrifice her for fame? Within the next few months came out in the past. There's a delayed energy here. Tell me more. And the situation will improve, be assertive, compromise. So I feel like it should have been a flat out no, right? But it wasn't. So there's something here. Was he supposed to, all allegedly, was he supposed to sacrifice her for fame? It's like he had to make a choice, and whoever's making him make this choice, because it's not like a one person, it feels like an energy. Like it feels like a few, you know what I mean? Like what somebody represent. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And he had to make a choice. It's either boom or this, boom or you know what I mean? Like he had to make a choice. I don't know. And they gave him a time frame on when he had to make this choice. So was AKA's death caused by him sacrificing Nelly? We gotta reconsider. Which I kind of felt, because it's like some more. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of elements here. Let me go back. So did Nelly's parents pay Gakaba? And I feel like I just heard favor. Did Nelly's parents pay Gakaba? We got let go. Big happy changes. Trust the process. See, they didn't. It's like it was a favor. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Something about like Nelly's parents and Gakaba and their family. Like there's some type of intermingling connection there. I don't know. But it's like he acted upon a favor. But it's like in a way. Let's go to the true crime deck real quick and just ask, or actually let me ask with the Rider Waite, why was AKA murdered? Why was AKA murdered? Why was he murdered? Because him and his best friend was murdered, but the best friend they said wasn't the target. But why was it was two shooters to kill one guy, just in case, like two shooters. It's crazy. But why was he murdered? We got the Eight of Wands. Tell me more. Which is fast moving energy. We got the Lover's card. Tell me more. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is like somebody being burdened with too many tasks. A lot of wands. So a wands is action, right? So why was AKA murdered? Bottom of the deck is two of wands. All these wands. And actually it was given four of pentacles. Something about the two wands is involved, but also the two of pentacles. So let's get into it. Let's just clarify this. So why is the eight of wands here, which is a fast moving energy? Represents a fast moving energy. Why is this eight of wands here? Let's see what comes out. We got ex-husband. Interesting. Because it was saying like honey trap. It was saying children on the way. Tell me more. Being protected. I mean, because the eight of wands is like wands coming this way, which also could look like protection. But tell me more. Why is the eight of wands here? River. That's the second time that's come up too. Okay. Why is the eight of wands here? With the second half of the deck, we got ops. We got phone calls. Why was AKA murdered is what we asked. We got fingerprints again that wanted to come out earlier on the low. And then we have police will catch them, him, or her. Why was he murdered? Let's see if we can try to make some sense of this. A lot of elements. Why was he murdered? Eight of wands, being protected, river, ops, phone calls, fingerprints, police will catch them, him, her, ex-husband. I feel like it's saying like the true person, like the true person. Because like there's multiple elements. Because again, that's why death is so complicated. Because usually there's never just like one element, one person, one thing. I think that's not the beauty, but like the part of death is it's not usually one thing. And that's the same case with this murder as well. It's like whoever is truly behind it. It's like he knew them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like he knew them. Okay, and why is the Lover's card here? See if we can try to make sense of this as to why he was murdered. Why is the Lover's card here? Not a FBI. The FBI and the CIA both came out in the present energy, which is so wild. Why is the Lover's card here? We got organs transfer. We got God's touch. We got prejudice. We got police. Very interesting elements. Why was AKA murdered? Tell me more. Second half of the True Crime deck. See what comes out. We have loan money, hidden agenda, the element of fire, out of state, and in love. So let's go back. So yes or no? So was AKA involved in a relationship with somebody he shouldn't have been? Was AKA involved in a relationship with someone he shouldn't have been? Yeah, see, we got the romance card coming out. So it's like there isn't confirmation that like, yes, there was some type of romantic dealings with some woman that was off limits. Off limits. I'm getting chills. Off limits. Off limits. But it's like this relationship was like in the past. Like the elements of the relationship was in the past. Not only was he like this person that he messed with, this person, like, you know, it was long ago. Not long ago, but you know what I mean? Like it's in the past. Um, and it shouldn't have seemed like it was an element with his death. Um, but it's like it's almost like just the disrespect of the, because I feel like whoever this woman was, whoever she was married to, like they were like divorced at the time that like he put in or had something to do with this hit or added to the like the energy of him and his life being taken. It's like, does that make sense? But anyways, it was just like that this woman was off limits. And it's just like I'm hearing like he was warned, you were warned. Like I'm hearing that. Interesting. Okay. So then we have the Eight of Wands. Let's clarify that. We're getting close to the end of his case. So if you're still waiting around for Naziah's case, be patient. It's right around the corner. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Caught up. That energy has come up again surrounding this. We have case solved. We have choked. We have killer. We have setup. We have new street drug. We have conspiracy. And we have disposed of body. Very interesting elements. Clarifying the Eight of Wands. Wow. 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 That's what I'm saying. Like behind this, it just feels like it's an energy, like it's an energy of people. It's not like one multiple thing. It almost feels like they're not like there. I'm getting chills like there was 9 things. You know, it was 9 reasons, 9 elements, 9 decisions that led to his death. Like, you know what I mean? It's like um with death, if you could go back in time and rewind, and then you can lead up, like you will see like each decision mark somebody closer, like, you know what I'm saying, to death. Usually in all death, it's like these inch you closer and closer and closer. So it's almost like this is just kind of highlighting, I don't know what number this was, but it feels like towards the end, like it's giving 8 or 9, you know, like very interesting though. Very interesting. But killer came up. And angels, ancestors, did somebody feel that AKA was a killer? Yes. And it's like I'm hearing like it's like an older voice, definitely with an accent. And it's like that it's like they say like the motherfucker got away with murder, allegedly. That's what they're saying. It's the energy I just heard. So again, if we could just recap, because you may have gotten lost at this point. So it feels like AKA, as his star was rising, he was met with like a gatekeeper that if you want to go further, this is what you have to do. So it's like he said, like an energy of tell me more, right? And then it was like it was laid out what he has to do. These are the options, this is what you got to do. This is how long you got to do it. It seems like he accepted it from the energy that we got through the different questions, and part of that accepting that was it seemed like there was had to be some type of like sacrifice for fame, which a story is as old as time. It seems like from there he was, or he chose to sacrifice his wife or fiance, however you want it to be noted, however it works for you. Then in the story that came out that she committed suicide. It feels like it's like he did have to kill her almost like by his hand, but that like the people that have even approached him will take care of the rest. This action didn't sit right. Like him doing that set in motion steps that got him closer to death. That put in motion people that loved Nelly, which is her nickname, last name Timbe, for like energy and power that was behind her to get in bed with a power even bigger than him, or them, to facilitate aka being murdered. But then it's like it's also that there was other elements coinciding with that energy that wanted him dead from a past relationship that he got involved with a married woman who was supposed to be off limits, that somebody warned him to either stay away, don't touch, whatever. So yeah, those are like some of the last few elements that kind of led to him being murdered. So very interesting case. I don't know if I feel like it makes sense to me, that her, because a lot of people on the ground floor of this in Africa or South Africa was feeling like, yes, very much her, her people, her family, they were unresolved with how she died. So that very much is a big connection as to why he's no longer here. But yeah, very interesting case if you want to look, further into that, or, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting case. It's all unfortunate. All right. So the next case we have up is Naziah's. Okay. Now, guys, I told you why I really didn't want to do this. And a lot of people were kind of wondering about her case. I know it's being talked about. It's currently being litigated as well. I kind of went over just a few questions that I wanted to ask about it. So, like, with her, we wanted to know where's her body. I know we asked before on the live, but I kind of want to get more in depth. I don't know if I really want to do a mediumship. I try not to really do that. Because there's like so many other elements that people have attached to their energy. I kind of didn't want to do that. I might have to do it for her case though. I don't like doing that though. It takes a lot of energy. Will evidence of her body ever be found? Who helped to kill her? Who helped to dispose of her body? What was the motive in her killing? Police found her clothing that showed signs of a struggle, which she was last wearing. Is the Rogue River connected to where her body is? Let me see. They said that they thought that he was going to perform a do-it-yourself abortion in a hotel, and then it went left. So we're going to address that element. And then how much time will he get? So those are the questions that I have for her case. I'm going to show a picture of her. And it's like a montage trio of her. So this is Naziah. Her case is in the news. It's being currently litigated. So a lot of people are weighing in. A lot of people, even when when it happened, and now it's currently being litigated. So it's a hot topic. So let's get into it. So let me see. How do I want to do this? Okay, so we're doing this. Let me see. Do I have the deck that I need? This will have to do because I'm not gonna get up. So I want to know, like, where's your body? Like, a lot of people want to know, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And it's like right off, it's like they're never gonna find it. They're never gonna find it. They're never gonna find it. Because even when we brought it up in the last live, when I was just trying to figure it out, I feel like, because without even knowing anything about the case, I just knew that her body had not been discovered, and that's not part of the case, and the case was all circumstantial. So the major case, where was her body? You're trying a case with nobody. And it's like, I just asked her, like, where's your body? And the energy I'm getting is that it will never be found. It will never be found. I'm going to ask the cards just to clarify, but still getting the same thing. Double energy, bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, it's just giving it's never going to be found. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I'm getting like an energy of like a woman, chopping. I'm just getting a lot of blood. I'm getting like a woman chopping. I hate when I gotta like do this stuff. I swear I do. Say this stuff, see this stuff, feel this stuff, but it's like a woman chopping. It's like it's giving 3 people. It's giving stages. It's like, I don't know. It's giving like a man and a woman, and then a man and a woman brings like another man in. And then a woman is like doing some chopping, and then like somebody is doing some burning, like I'm getting, it's like steps here. Oh shit. What is this? Good cop. Okay. Where is her body? They're never going to find it. We got ex-husband. We got conspiracy. We got drugs. We got black person. We got law and order. Something about gang politics. We got Masons coming up. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they did too many things to her body for it to be found. So I'm just getting that it won't be found. It just won't be found. It just won't be found. Too many things happen to her body. It won't be found. I'm asking with the other part of the deck, where is her body? Even though that's the answer. But I'm just making sure I'm just covering my eyes, dotting my T's. Yeah. The letter J came out, and his name Jarvis. Spying. Enemies. So she was saying, like, when I asked in my other live that something better was going to happen. So it's like, I don't know if it's like more about DNA. It's like more like evidence of like that, like DNA. I'm getting chills. She said something about like that hotel room. I don't know where they're at in the case, but it's just like something about that hotel room. She like, it's definitely something like as far as in that hotel room that her DNA is linked to that. And then she's like, I never knew how evil. I never knew that I was surrounded by so many enemies. I never knew how evil people could be. I never thought that I would experience true evil. Then we hear, let me see, what's the next question? I was asking, will evidence of your body ever be found? So again, that's with the DNA. Will DNA ever be your DNA? Will your DNA come up? Will your DNA be found? Yes. Like I told y'all, period. First card out. All right. Or like she told y'all, I'm just the catalyst. So who helped to kill you? Who helped to kill you? We can just use this deck. I'm kind of hearing like 5. I'm hearing 7. And then she's like on their own way. I'm getting chills. We get a 9 of Pentacles. Who helped to kill you? So the 9 of Pentacles is like, it can be looked at as like a wife, a mother, somebody who appears to be financially well off. Why is this 9 of Pentacles here? Who helped? Arm, East. Tell me more. Who helped? Use this deck. A lot of cards are coming out. Let me see. We got a co-worker. I don't believe she had a job, but I don't know if it's like his co-worker or employee. Because I know something about like this auto shop is coming up too. And they were saying she spent a lot of time there. Somebody also alerted me to that in the comments. The last live. Old money, drugged, mixed race, perv, underground. My home, head boss, ask more questions. Closing in. Who? It does feel like definitely a woman and like a psychic, but it's like a woman that's like like a woman that's like connected with other elements than what she appears to be connected with. So it's like somebody is like they're coming up like you was like it's like you almost don't know like where they're getting their money. You know, it's like a woman who we don't know where she's getting her money. I don't know all the elements in it, like, but it's like a woman who they didn't know where she's getting her money. And it seems like the money is coming from like a drug empire or something like that, or illegal money obtained through drugs or something like that, or trafficking drugs or something like that, allegedly. Let's see. Let's pull some more cards on that. Who helped to kill you? I know in the other live I did, somebody was asking about Shannon. Tell me more. Who else helped to kill you? We have the World card. It's almost like it's giving like 4 people ultimately help, which is I'm getting chills, which is kind of like what I was getting earlier when it was like a man talk like a man and a woman, like some men in a deal, and then it was like then it's like this hand over to this person and this hand over to that person. So that gave me 4 right there. But it seemed just like ultimately like this was all orchestrated like by a woman. It was a woman's wish. Who that woman is, listen. Who is that woman? Is that woman Shannon? We get abundance, which is like a yes. But I don't know if she'll be linked because it's like what she did, like she just, I don't know. It's like, it's almost like she's saying like she doesn't appear like Jarvis appears. She's also a perv is what she's saying. But she doesn't appear like Jarvis appears. So it's almost like she, because there's no body, it's just the case falls like on him. But like like she's primarily talking about like, oh, this was a woman's wish. This was a woman who put this all in motion. Let's see. It says, let me see who helped dispose. And we kind of answered that already, but I'm just going through these questions for the people that was interested in her case. So who helped to dispose of your body? Just like she was saying, ultimately it was like a younger guy who burned her body. Now this card already came out when I said like it was cut up and they're into this person, you know what I'm saying? Like the person who did the chopping gave it to the person who burned it. So it's like it's given like a younger person who burned it. So what's being highlighted is the person who burned it, because I don't know. That's just what came out. What was the motive? What was the motive for your killing? What was the motive? So I know in the other live we spoke about like the pregnancy thing, and I feel like how it was coming out in that live as if like, because there's no body, that's why I'm saying like there is no proof. And that's why I kept saying that to y'all, y'all was like, which they was seeing, she was seen on camera. I'm like, okay, I understand all that. Again, I'm not that familiar with the case, but I'm also going with what energetically I'm seeing. And it's like somewhere in this case, or in like it being like it just in the litigation process, like they're gonna be like it's not proven. You know what I mean? I don't know if also that was Jarvis's and his accomplices is like energy, like it can't be proven if there's no body, but like I kept hearing that because that's like that was a major focus, a major motivation to make sure like that she was never going to be found. What was the motive for your killing? What was the motive for your killing? Use this deck for me. Got Pentacles. Yeah. Page of Cups, which speaks to pregnancy. And then 3 of Pentacles. So let's go to the True Crime deck to clarify. Now, 8 of Pentacles is a guy working hard on a pinnacle and like his accomplishments. What was the motive? 8 of Pentacles. So it's just detailing this is Jarvis's energy. Why is this 8 of Pentacles here? Killer. Assassin. International link. It's never black and white with death, guys. Like, it's just never black and white. There's just a lot of elements around her death as well. Why is this 8 of Pentacles here? Back. Keep your eyes peeled. set up. Snitch. What was the murder? What was the motive? Keep going. But it's just like, it's not what we think. I don't know. It seems, you would think it seems obvious. Oh, she was pregnant. He wouldn't go. He won't be fucking her. You know what I'm saying? She underage. You know, like all like you thinking it's like the logical thing, but it's like there's an illogical aspect to all of this. It's like it's something that it's not obvious. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Mind games. Popping up. Married. Work the job. The burner phone. On the right track. Hold on. Tell me more. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Drugged. Owed money. No. Dirty contracts. Yeah, I don't know what Jarvis was into, but it wasn't just the motherfucking cars, okay? And I'm trying to understand how you tie into this, like all this. Let me see. Let me ask a question. Because it's like, I don't know. It's almost like I'm getting an element like she was supposed to be like served up for payment to somebody that he owed money to. Were you supposed to be payment to somebody that he owed money to? Yes. We get the opportunity. But it's like she refused. She refused. So let's get down to where they were saying that they think, according to the police or whatever, that it was an abortion. He was going to do like a do-it-yourself abortion in the hotel, and it went left. Is that true? Is that true, Naziah? Is that true? Is that true? Yes. To some degree, that's true. But like a yes, but, right? So he was going to like sell you. It's almost like, it's like that, like that's how this bigger woman gets involved. Like this head honcho woman. I don't believe that she is like on the cops' radar. I don't even think the cops know that like this is part of it. I'm not, but I don't know. There's like a head honcho woman. It's like, so did a woman come to the hotel room? Did a woman come to the hotel room? Trying to figure out what's the, okay, so was he supposed to drop you off to a woman like for payment? Was he selling like footage? Was he selling footage? It's like a shameful energy. It's like she didn't really want to like go there. But it's like, I don't know. It's like he had footage of them. I don't know. It's like he was selling footage. Cause I'm like, what about her and money and transact? Like, what is this? What is all of this? Like, make it make sense. So it's like, I don't know. He had footage. All right, because again, we back on them. We was like, we went down this rabbit hole to be like, what was the motive for your killing? But like, we getting all this other stuff. You know, it normally happens with death. It's not just one thing. But then there's a page of cups, which is kind of like it could like represent this page of cups. So why is this page of cups here? So it's like she was pregnant with like a boy. It's like they gave her something to drink. It's like they were trying to use a knife, like this backwards abort. Like they were trying to use a knife. Like, oh my God, this is just this is so crazy. It was some horrible things went down in that hotel room. That's what I'm saying. It's DNA all over that hotel room. And Ypsilanti. So it's like the FBI is working angle, like there's an FBI angle being worked to this case. Because like there's more elements than people really know. Like there's way more elements. She was choked. There was extortion. There was blackmail. This lake. So let me ask. So many elements. Was your body disposed of in Rogue River? Was your body disposed of in Rogue River? Get more information. Was your body disposed of near Rogue River? No. Why was your clothing found in the road? Why was your clothing found in the road? It's like she's saying like to throw off the scent, to throw off the track, to like, I don't know, like to confuse. This is wild. Okay, let me see. It's like she was saying like she wanted to keep the baby. It was was talking about like they could be a family and like it's like, I don't know, it's like a conversation like we talking crazy. We can't be no family. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail if you like, you know, like if it's like I'm hearing a dialogue. But it's like it's some elements that was already on Jarvis' ass other than just this. He was in with some fucking crazy ass people. Like because like the same elements is coming up. Like it's like all the people that Jarvis is involved in is the majority of the reason as to like really why she not here. But it's like something about him in selling that footage of them. He has footage of a lot of shit. It wasn't just him and her. He was like selling footage of the abuse, the essays. He was selling footage. How much time is he going to get was the last question. How much time will he get? It's like she's from a standpoint of like, if he snitch on who he's supposed to snitch on, it could be less. If he don't snitch on who he's supposed to snitch on, then it could be more. So it's like it's given between like a 3 and like I don't know, like a 3 and 3, or like a 6, like a 6 and 4. I don't know if they're going to give him 6. He's only going to do 4. But it's like they want him to snitch on other elements. There's other, like the FBI is involved in this because there's other elements to this case that's really not being talked about. And it's like he was connected and he was. It's making me sick to my stomach. He was just connected to people that was buying that footage. And that's connected to some a larger thing, a larger ring, a larger elements than just this case. So yeah, that's where we at on that, guys. Let's go to the comments. I just wanted to focus, so I didn't want to like get distracted today by the comments. Latasha, you said you got 4. Let me see. I'm so super nauseous right now. You said, I said they wasn't going to find a body. He did something so bad, and that's why he's not saying anything. You said Rogue River is in Detroit. They think she's in Ypsilanti. You said the hotel or motel owner is off. The hotel owner have anything to do, or did he play or they play any part in your disappearance? It's like she's saying like they was paid, they helped clean it up, other stuff goes down at that hotel. It can't be closed for business. I'm getting chills. It can't be closed for business. She just keeps saying it can't be closed for business. And I don't know nothing about this part of town. It can't be closed for business. A lot of stuff go down at this hotel, and it can't be closed for business, is what she's saying. So it's like she's saying that they was paid to clean it up, but like something still remains. She's saying it's like something underneath something. It's like it's crevices, and she's like saying it's underneath. It bled through. Like she was just saying it was so much blood. And then she's also saying they're not really focused so much on her murder as to who Jarvis was connected to and who was buying the footage. So it's like they're not really focused on her murder. So they're not looking hard enough to find elements to prove it because they feel like they already got enough. But she's saying it's just more elements that are playing out outside of just her murder that Jarvis is connected to. Oh, I'm getting a headache a little bit. She's saying everything that the most horrible stuff you can think of happened to me. She said most of it happened after she died. Like the worst part of it happened after she died. You said they definitely not. That's why everyone's going out looking. Yeah, because they not. Because they cases, that's when the FBI is kind of involved, like they focused on the the bigger picture of the case. Almost like they feel like her murder is like a small, like the smaller fish of it all, and they trying to capture like larger people connected to other things. I don't know. I hope it makes sense, but yeah, that's what she's saying. It's like she's like she mentioning like she just really wasn't like almost like not like she was happy to go, but like also like it didn't become apparent that it's surrounded by like so much evil, so much hate until it was the end. She didn't realize. Like I don't know. It's like she didn't realize. She said to some degree, like what she was going through, like before she died, like felt normal. Not like the part like it was stuff that happened in the hotel, but just saying like all the other stuff, like it felt normal, like all of it up. You know what I mean? Her whole like it just felt normal. But it's like she didn't realize until like she kind of crossed, like you know what I'm saying, it wasn't normal, you know, all of that. I don't know. And then she's saying like my death is like their karma. You said, OMG, I knew it had something to do, something so sick. Yeah, definitely they cut her up. But it was like, it was given like a woman cut her up. Like a woman cut her up and a young man burned her body. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like she's saying everything imaginable that's horrible happened to her. She's saying everything that you can think of. It all happened. You said, was her brother involved? Was your brother involved? Was your brother involved? I don't know. It's like she just saying like he knew what was going on. Like he knew what was going on. He knew what was going on. Like, and then she's saying like something like, I don't know if she's saying like he wanted to protect her but didn't, but like it's like she said he didn't protect me. It's like he was involved because he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't care. He you know, like I don't know, like very like indifferent. I don't know. It's like it's very weird. Like everybody was kind of like in zombie like states. But like I don't know if he's saying like he didn't, like he would say he didn't know, but he did. But like I don't know if he's saying like he felt powerless, he couldn't do nothing about what he knew, but it's like he knew what was going on, but like I don't know, he didn't protect her, he didn't try, you know, like I don't know. Let me see. You felt like the brother did the burning? Everybody that spoke on the case, was involved. He threw me off with the cloud chasing and the GoFundMe. Like they didn't stop it. Right. Like he didn't do nothing to protect her. He did nothing to stand up for her. Like, I don't know. But let's ask, was he involved in burning your body? Was he involved in burning your body? Nah. But it's like these are like people that are like around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he like if he was showing a picture of who did, he would know this person, but like he don't know them. Like he know of them. Like, you know, like this is like all local small town type of shit in a way. Only that lady. It's like only that lady It's like she got the connections. This lady, this older lady who people don't know where I come from, something like that. I don't know. But it's no with the without the exclamation mark. So no, he didn't. But again, he, like, if he was shown a picture of who did, he would be able to be like, oh, that's boom, boom, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But no, he didn't do it. No. It feels like some type of gang member guy. Like a younger gang member guy. It's like whoever this young man is, he's attached to the lady that did like the chopping, like the Queen of Swords. He's attached to that lady. You said Roxy, I don't know who that is. Roxy seems like the only one that was trying to get justice for her, but sometimes she threw me off too. So what was I just went with the superficial, not the superficial, but just the stuff, I guess, the major questions. But what was Roxy's involvement in your murder? What was Roxy's involvement in your murder? Ace of Cups. I don't know if it's like, I don't know who Roxy is, but it's almost like, I don't know if like she supplied, like, I don't know, like she supplied the drink. Because again, like they tried to give her like some type of drink. Like they tried so many, like it was so many things they tried. But I don't know, her part was like some type of drink. She was, and it's like, yes, like, I don't know, giving her, like telling I don't know what Roxy's connection is with drivers, but like telling drivers about some type of drink that she could drink and like, do away with the pregnancy. But yeah, I don't know who Roxy is. You said Roxy is the cousin that is trying to get justice for her. Well, it's coming up. I don't know. It's not really coming up that way. It's not really coming up that way. Yeah. I don't know. She know, the best way I could blanket it is just like she know about the drink. She knew about the drink. I don't know. She knew about the drink. That's what I'm getting. She knew about the drink. I don't even know what drink they talking about, or I don't know. But I guess it's a drink to kind of do away with her pregnancy. But she knew about the drink. Is Roxy really trying to get justice for you? I don't know. I heard her say no. Delayed. It's like it's last minute. It's like it's almost like trying to, like, I don't know. It's not fully righteous. If that's the best way, I can pull it. It's not fully righteous. It's not fully righteous. Cause it's like, yeah, like she knew something about the drink, but like maybe like she wasn't down with like the chopping up the murder, like all of that. You know what I'm saying? But like she knew about the drink. That's what I'm saying. She didn't realize that she was surrounded by so many like enemies, like nobody, like no protectors, none. And it's like she's saying like she wanted her baby because like her baby, like that would have been like true love. She's saying like true love, but she's like speaking to like that's how just in a hellish situation that I was, that thought that like that would have been true. Like I don't know, this is twisted. Which is very twisted. It's like she just speaking on like everything that like what she, like how she thought, and then versus like now, and then she could see like all these elements, and she just like how, like, you know, she could fully see the truth of everything, you know, right? Like past like her limitations of like her intelligence and her maturity now that she's passed. So it's like she just seemed like there was no protectors, like, but she did want to keep the baby because she felt like that she would have finally experienced true love. She was just like, she didn't know, she never experienced love. I don't know, true love without somebody wanting something. I don't know. You said it's rumored, damn, my evening eyes. It's rumored that they made her drink bleach or antifreeze to try to abort the baby. Look, it's so crazy you said that. And isn't antifreeze blue? That's literally when I was like the drink, and then the bottom of the deck, what is that? A cup drink, like. So again, so whoever Roxy is, she knew about the drink. I don't know. Told her about something about the drink. So Roxy not out the woods either. Shit. Whew. Is there any other questions before we go? Is there any other questions before we go? Oh yeah, it hurt a little bit. So let me see. You said everything will come to light, and I believe she will be found. I mean, I hope she, you know, like, without being connected to metaphysical stuff, like, I mean, right, that gives people peace, but it's like, in her mind, it's like a funeral is supposed to be for people that like mourns you, grieves you. It's like the closest. It's like she didn't experience that. It's almost like she said it like it was better this way for like this cycle, this life to have ended this way. So I don't know. Yeah, just like I was telling you on the other live, I don't see her body being found. If they keep looking, just like DNA stuff like that, but it was just coming up that that's not their focus. So I don't know, guys, but I'm just translating. So you know, will they try to harm the 9-year-old cousin? Let's see, angels, ancestors. Will they try to harm the 9-year-old cousin? Will they try to harm the 9-year-old cousin? I mean, all of this is harmful. All of it is harmful. So it's more like, will they get help? I do feel like the 9-year-old, I don't know, it's like she's telling me like they have shared experiences already. So I mean, what we can deduce from that is she may have already experienced some type of abuse of some sort. But the question is, will she get help with what they've already went through thus far? And I don't know. I don't know. But definitely, I don't know. So she's saying they have shared experiences. They have shared experiences. And that might come out within the next few months. But she's saying they have shared experiences. You said, sad, that's why you keep yours close. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And like I was telling y'all in the other live, like it's really about also education and conversations. Like everybody knows this type of topic is comfortable. Everybody knows that. But not talking about it is not the way to deal with it. Talking about it, making children aware, and if you see something, say something. Don't let something like this go by the wayside. And if you know anybody that's been involved or a victim, then they should be getting help, because it's not something that just goes away, right? It will always be with you. So I don't know. That's the best. I don't know. That's the best conclusion I can give on that topic. Because I feel like she's not going to be the last case like this. She's not the first. And the best way to break the cycle is confronting it, right? Conversations, not keeping it in the dark like our ancestors did, and how they used to do it back in the day, sweeping shit under the rug. It's time to talk about it, put it out in the open, and get help, and encourage, or go and walk with somebody on a journey, you know what I mean? Like, through it. Because it's not something that just goes away at all. So I hate that her life had, she was, and again, guys, like, if we could just frame it and zoom out a little bit, like, when we come into this world, the life we're going to live, through what I've seen, has already been determined. There's several instances where, yeah, somebody is taken before time or something like that, yeah, several instances. But ultimately, like, there's energy in a life you have before that. It may be energy in life that you have after that. But it's like, stuff like this, which sounds crazy, but all trauma that humans go through when you're alive is for a reason, right? It's for a reason. Don't get bogged down on necessarily what that reason is. Just please try to stay in the moment. I just wanted to zoom out and just show you just real quick that there's a bigger picture to all of this, but to zoom back in a bit, right? Don't get too bogged down on all of that. It's just stay present, make the best decision you can from the present moment, and just keep going, because all we got is the right now. So no matter what happened before you, however you want to look at it, before you think you was you chose to be here, or you feel like you was put here, however you want to put it, all you still have is the present. However, whatever way you choose to believe it, all you got is the right now. So try to make the best of it that you can. Try to make the best decisions that you can, and then inspire people around you to do the same, right? That's all I got. You said absolutely. You said, and believe these kids, don't ignore it. Exactly. Yeah. Any allegation should be taken serious. It's a very shameful thing to be a part of, to talk about. And like I was saying in the other live, that's another thing that you can do. Be a comfortable place for somebody to feel safe enough to tell you what needs to be told. That's the best way I could put it. So having harsh judgments, if like somebody is viewing you, having harsh judgments on people or this or that, they may be like, well, shit, I don't want, she might, what I'm saying, they might judge me, I don't know, all of it. So it's like, be a safe place for somebody to, and it could be a stranger. It could be a stranger. But anywho, I don't want to continue to kind of get too deep, but yeah, guys, I mean, just try to do what's right. And like, don't cover shit up. Like, when shit happen to you, it's not your responsibility to be like, well, shit happened to everybody. No, fuck that. Traumatic. If you would label it as traumatic, like it's changing who you are, like go get help. Like talk to somebody about it. Like go talk to somebody about it. A professional. I urge you. No matter what the circumstances is, because a lot of people have like they think it's their fault. Whatever the circumstances are, talk to somebody about it. Because I don't know who may come across this live. Again, I told you I didn't want to talk about it. I have a personal recollection with this. It's not an easy thing. And it's still something I deal with today. So again, I mean, that's part of like me just choosing a path of like wanting to get into like professional psychology and psychiatry, to help, because then it's giving my pain power, when you went through to help somebody else. Because again, I'm a proponent of saying like we don't go through things for no reason. We're going through it for a reason. And if you ever need to find just one reason, it's for you to help somebody else. Legit. As random as a stranger in a Walmart parking lot could come up to you and and just start like you never know. So yeah, guys, just try to be the change you want to see. Try to be a better person. Try to make better decisions. Definitely live in a moment. Work to have peace and truly be happy, and live life. All we have is the right now. So make it the best. I appreciate everybody that pulled up to the live, because you could literally be anywhere and you decided to listen to my live. I appreciate it. All of these stories were unfortunate. All the true crimes it's all unfortunate. I hate doing it because somebody lost their life. It's so precious. And I feel like the purpose of True Crime Tuesday is really to just, make you be more cognizant in the decisions that you make ultimately. That's the biggest thesis. Just to be more cognizant of the decisions that you're making and how it affects you, other people, the people around you. Okay? So guys, listen, like I always say, seek the truth, vibrate higher, and carpe diem. Literally. Until the next time. Sending everybody love and light. Thank you for that, guys. Good night. Until the next time. Good night, guys.